Wrestling Edition. Yeah, man. We are here. We are live. It is Monday Night Raw. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the most must-see wrestling review, a live reaction show in all the land. I'm talking about A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. This is a special vertical live. I'm talking about up and down. You don't gotta just explore the horizontal. You've gotta explore the vertical. That's a Friends reference. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. I think we're okay. I think we look okay. We're doing the grand experiment. Here's what's interesting. Triple H is in the middle of the ring. Just as I set this live, because I wanted to do a horizontal and a vertical stream, and the streaming software that I use announced it just after I did the live already. So I couldn't edit it and do it. So going forward, we'll be going live on YouTube, both horizontally and vertically. Let me get this out of the way. As you can see, if you're new here, I've got channel mascots. I got no kind of chill. You already know them. You love them. And let me do this before Triple H gets underway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me introduce to you the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction channel mascots in all the land. Coming in first is the original channel mascot. She is a Shih Tzu Terrier of terror, weighing in at 15 pounds. Bone Crusher. The other channel mascot, she's a mini golden doodle mix, will be up here from parts unknown, weighing in at 31 pounds. I present to you Stella, the storyteller Rose. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me from Monday Night Raw. I'm rocking by myself. B is actually traveling. She is in Texas today. She's traveling for work. She's actually going to be out here later on this week. I don't know if she'll be in studio to actually do a live with me or not. That remains to be seen, but she will be here. Let's see how that goes. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for your indulgence. I know the show has gone through some changes over the last few weeks, and I'm sorry for the ups and the downs, but thank y'all for sticking with us as we navigate this new stuff. Hopefully this vertical works for you all. I know it's going to be a little different if you're not watching me on your phone or what have you, but hopefully we are coming in okay. But looking at the live, it looks okay. It looks okay. It looks okay. All right, let's see what we got here. John Cena's last time in Boston, starting with Triple H, the game. As soon as he's done, I'm going to give the shouts because I do want to acknowledge everybody in the chat. Let me see. Let me put the ticker up. I don't know how it'll look on this. Let me see. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, we're not going to do the ticker. I do not like the way that looks. Here's Stella, the storyteller Rose. I told you she'd be up here. When she first gets her snack, she likes to just kind of sneak in, but then she's all up in the sauce, don't even know the flavor. Let's see what Triple H has got to say. I wish I was in Boston for this, man. I really do. I really do. We are also live on Instagram, so I want to give a shout to everybody on Instagram right now. Thank you so much. I'm not in the chat, so I'm not able to see if you guys are commenting on Instagram, but I do want to thank you all for joining us across all platforms. We are branching out and experimenting and trying different things, so I really appreciate your indulgence. And I'm going to give the shouts as soon as Triple H is done. I like what you're saying there, last name, middle name, in regards to Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. I give them all the gold. Give Monet them immediately. Okay? Monet them immediately. Give them all the belts. I'm here for it. It was the right call to get that belt off of Julia. The right call. You're not watching Raw tonight. Okay, well, Triple H is in the middle of the ring And he is giving some love to John Cena before he comes out and says whatever he says. Oh my gosh, Stella. Stella is all over the place. Cena! Here we go. You just see a sea of green shirts out here, man. What's up, Lauren Biggs? All right, while John Cena's coming out, let me give the shouts. Let me run it down. First for the Mod Squad. Bone Crusher, you need to wait. You need to wait. I got to give the shouts. All right, to the Mod Squad. Sophie Dovey, the OG, Triple OG. Good to see you. Darcy Chatham is in the house. Go, JB24, because you got to put the foe on it. Let me see who else we have in here. And if you just joined me, thank you so much. I'm doing a vertical live because I'm rocking solo today. Becky is traveling for work. She had all kinds of travel issues, but she made it safe and sound. What's up, Sammy Sam 07? Good to see you. Thank you, mods. If you don't mind, as well as keeping an eye on everything, make sure to remind everybody to hit that like button. It is so important to us in the YouTube space. We are growing thanks to each and every one of you, but the YouTube algorithm recommends us to more people the more that you like the video. So just please hit that like button. Thank you so much, mods, for being in here with us today. I think that's it for my mods. Let me go ahead and give a shout to the members. JR Dugan is up in the house. What's going on, JR? Good to see you, my friend. Let me see, who else do we have in here? G-Man, Matt Shepard is in the building. Yeah, we got some folks. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good to see everybody. Rickardy, what's up, Rickardy? Good to see you, my friend. John Cena has entered the building. Wesley Franklin, always a pleasure. Y'all need to wait. Y'all need to wait. They're all about those snacks. Aaron Drew is in the house. What up, Aaron Drew? Good to see you. I'm going to catch up as soon as I can in the chat. All right. What's up, Philly boy? All right. I'm going to go ahead and give all the shouts. More than borderline, folks. She's up in here. There she is right there. I don't know if you can you see that? How does that look on a phone? Let me see. That just looks all kinds of weird. But more than borderline, that is B, everybody. The other half of the show. She's up in the live. Good to see you, B. She had some travel issues today. Everybody, give some love to B. She will be rocking in the chat as best as possible. Now let's see what John Cena has got to say. Who's a John Cena face? I saw a picture. You know what? Let me see. I saw this picture today. It was fan made. I am going to put this in the. I want to see what you all think about this. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this photo. Hold on. Everybody, hop down, hop down, hop down, hop down, hop down, hop down. Wait. You know, mascots are getting a little froggy with it. I saw this picture. Hold on, because this is. Okay. I want to see what you all think about this picture. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is something I know it's not going to happen. But man, Let me know what you all think about this. If it did happen, let me put this in here. All right, here, everybody, back up. Back up. Here. No more for anybody. No more for anybody. Telling you, they are the most beggingest of dogs I've ever seen in my life. All right. While John Cena is talking, look at this. Let me know who wouldn't want to see this. I know it's not going to happen, but look at this. Look at this. Tell me that would not be epic. I mean, again, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm just saying, I saw it and I'm like, yes, that would have been colossal. Tell me you wouldn't want to have seen that. Come on. Right, JR? That would have been fire. Just wanted to come to Boston one last time. Is somebody going to come out and do a little something to him? I would love to see what we're going to be doing here. Right, Patrick Case? I mean, that would not be mad. I would not be mad at that. That would not be bad. But and I was discussing this with Mark by Wrestling. The only thing about that we would want to see is that to be a surprise. Obviously, them doing a tournament, we know that's not going to happen. But it would be awesome. Oh! Interrupted. John Cena interrupted. Dirty Daddy Dom. Hold up. Triple H looks all kinds of amused. Dirty Daddy Dom is out here. Hold the phone here, folks. 2 belts. Those straps. While he's coming out, let me go ahead and give some other shouts to my baby sis at the 14-minute, 35-second mark. Mwah. Love you, baby sis. K-Dog, you already know. Ghost 8386, good to see you, my friend. We got Grove Davidian in the house. Let me see, who else do we have here? Thank you so much for joining me for Monday Night Raw. B is in the chat. Michael Tolbert, what's up? Patrick Case. Let me see. Big WWE Queen, what is going on? Philly Boy, Zach Mingard, National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Well, I might need to go ahead and get me one of those. I do love vanilla, and I'm not mad at a cupcake. I'm not mad at a cupcake. DB King of Freestyle, good to see you. Tyrell Breed, what's up, Tyrell Breed? All right, I'll catch up with the rest of the chat momentarily. Dom talking Espanol to Triple H. Getting that Dom treatment. I love it. I love it. B, if you wouldn't mind, if you are still within earshot, if you could go on to Instagram, let me know how that looks. We are live on Instagram doing the vertical stream. I'm curious to see how it looks. Can't get a word out edgewise. Old school, loving it. Not in Beantown, not happening. They're not having it. They're not having it in Beantown. Dang. He interrupts old man celebrations. Why he gotta say it like that? Let's start again. Looks the same. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. He said he's gonna put him down. Are we gonna get a match? We're gonna get a match today in Boston. Are we doing this? John Cena. He's so tickled right now. Baby! Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, I want to see this match. Let's make it happen. Yep, there it is. Rey Mysterio. Why am I loving this so much? Wow. Okay, the young lad is stepping up. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. Yeah, he picked the wrong time to pick a fight with John Cena, let me tell you. Come on. Come on. We about to get this? Oh, it's happening. What? Right here, right now, Dom is defending his title against John Cena. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need a sip of water. Hold up. Hold up. Folks, let me be honest with you. Let me be perfectly honest with you. All right, B and I, we've talked about this many a time. We said there's no A without B and B without A, vice versa. We've had Steven of Mark by Wrestling sitting on the show. B sat it on his show. But I've always said I'm never going solo. I'm not going to do it. I almost didn't go live today. I've had a lot to do today. This almost didn't happen. But I said, you know what? I've been talking to my man, Just Alex. He's wanting to do a vertical stream because YouTube seems to really like to push out this shorts version. I said, let's do it. I felt a little froggy. I said, let's leap. And I'm so glad I did. I would have been so mad if I had missed this. I need y'all to drop it in the chat. We got 2 minutes left on commercial break. Is John Cena about to get this title? Is John Cena about to get this title, or is he going to put this man over in Beantown? I got to ask the question. And while you all are answering that, I'm going to catch up in the chat. Ghost83, good to see you. Patrick Case, good to see you. Sean Swaby, what is going on, my friend? Mersheezy, Jessica Mersheezy, I love it. YouTube is be changing the names in here. Brandon King Carter, good to see you. What up, Philly boy? Who else do we have in here? Let me see. Oh, man, I got to catch up in these. Let me see. Tiana Randell, Lauren Biggs, your goatness, what's going on? Good to see you, Dylan Danger. It's a highway to the Dylan Zone. We got A50, big boy. What's up, A50? Good to see you, my friend. Who else do we have here? Let me see. Young Hung Cho, what's up, my friend? Sophie Dophie, the OG, triple OG. I would never forget you. 58 degrees there. I appreciate that. That is chilly. I'm going to get to that in just a second. 79 degrees. No, I might as well do it for the OGs. You already know, for the newbies, because we're family up in here. We like to get to know one another. I like to do an icebreaker. Where's everybody chatting from, and what is the current temperature where you are? If you happen to be international, what time is it where you are? But where are you all chatting from? What is the current temperature? I appreciate we're getting 79 degrees in Fontana, 58 degrees in Florida. B is in Texas. What's the current temperature where you are? Chris Wrestling Views, another mod. What's up, Chris Wrestling Views? Good to see you, my friend. Let me see. Who else do we have up in here? Nightmare King. What's up, Nightmare King? Who else do we have? Movie Queen. What's up, Movie Queen? You and your drinking. Gotta wipe your chin. Match is underway, folks. Match is underway. I'm loving this. Like a McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We got Rated RKO 257. Timmy Sapp is in the building. What's up, Timmy Sapp? We got some new names in here. Good to see you guys. Let me see. Who else do we have? I think I'm just about caught up in the chat. Shamanica Williams. What's up, Shamanica? Good to see you. Thank you guys for joining us today. B is traveling for work, so unfortunately she will not be a part of the show, but she is in the chat, so make sure you give her some love. Who else do we have here? What up, Spiky? Who else do we have? Tyrell Bree, Firefighter Jimmy. Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your service. Lauren Biggs, we do the best we can. I don't know if we're the goats, but you know what? Maybe we're the boats. I can take that. 30 degrees over in New York. Ooh, good gracious. Albany, New York, 30 degrees. What? 30 degrees? That's crazy. Thank you, Sophie Dovey, for reminding everybody to hit that like and subscribe button. 39 degrees in the Bronx. Ooh, good gracious. By stark contrast, Tucson, I know it's Tucson. When I was a kid, I used to say Tucson. 70 degrees, 30 degrees in New York City, but it feels like 10 in New York City. Good gracious. Poughkeepsie, 36 degrees. I cannot. 41 degrees over there in Virginia, 51 in Houston, 52 in San Antonio. That's right. B is rocking with y'all in the Texas area because the stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. 32 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. Woo! It is cold in Hotlanta. And for Lauren Biggs, it's a chilly 39 degrees in Bigsmore, Maryland. I can't. Minnesota. Down there in Minnesota, 28 degrees. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's insane. It's only November 10th. That is insane. 41 degrees and windy in St. Helena Island, South Carolina, Riverside County, 83 degrees. Yep, we were in Los Angeles. We were rocking in the 80s today, but the weather's going to be changing next week. So we'll see. 50 degrees in Houston. JJ Smoke, you should have let B know. She was in Houston earlier today with a connecting flight. 28 degrees. Good gracious. At least it isn't in Mississippi. I know that's right. All right, here we go. Match is underway, folks. All right. Show of hands. Show of hands in the chat. Let me go over here to the gram and let's see what you all are thinking about. Because I want to know, is John Cena going to put over this young man or is he about to get this title? I'm really curious. Let me see. Dirty Daddy Dom. B, I did not have time to do the TikTok. I was busy today. Busy. And I was trying to figure this whole vertical live thing. And like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. So going forward on YouTube, we're going to be doing both a vertical and a horizontal and a vertical stream. And the odd thing is our streaming software, it announced that ability after I had already created the live and people were in the chat. So I couldn't delete it and undo it. It was a whole thing. So I just didn't have the time for TikTok. We'll see how we are for SmackDown. Like I was saying, B's actually going to be in town later on this week. I don't know if she will actually be live in studio or not. We have not discussed that. So I might be rocking solo again. And then if I am, it'll be another vertical stream. But so far, so good. People seem to be enjoying it and it looks okay. So if I'm looking good, yes, I did that. I did that earlier. I said, I'm not just exploring the horizontal. I'm exploring the vertical. Yes, I did do that earlier in the chat. I this will be an interesting test for what they're planning on doing with John Cena in his last match. I was discussing this with Marked by Wrestling. My question, typically when an OG is going out and they're facing somebody who's currently on the roster, that person loses to put over the young cat. I'm wondering whoever it is that's going to be facing John Cena in his last match, obviously we don't know who it is until this tournament is over. What are they going to do? Are they going to let John Cena actually get this win? Or is he going to put over the person that he faces? I said that I wanted John Cena to remain a heel and stay champion through the end of the year. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense for John Cena to win the IC title right now. But then again, I wouldn't be mad if he did win it, if he's going to drop it back later. I don't know. His dates are limited. So I don't know. I don't know. Dom is getting a lot of heat right now. Dom is white hot. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Let me see what the people have to say. And I would do the ticker. You can super chat. I will highlight it on the screen, but because it's a vertical stream, it comes up at the top. It's very small. It looks kind of weird. I don't love it. But let's see. Blake says goodbye to that title. That's fair. That's fair. Keep in mind, tonight we also have another title defense. Stephanie Vaquer defends against Raquel Rodriguez. I don't know. We might see at least one title change tonight. Let me see what we all are talking about. Sounds like weird. Main roster versus NXT stars. Okay, that's true. I heard a blurb about main roster versus NXT. Yeah, we will see how that goes. I am not mad at it. NXT can go. Say what you want about NXT and you don't really watch it, and I know not everybody does. They can go. So I wouldn't be mad at it. Here we go. Boom. Sticks it. John Cena's been in the gym. He looks a little more cut up. Ooh. Dom throws Cena. To that ring post, that shoulder cracked. Exactly. After tonight, 3 more John Cena appearances. Let's think about that. Pretty in pink. That was for B. Yes, and the women's tag team titles are also on the line against the Kabuki Warriors. We could see a title change tonight, folks. I'm just saying, it's possible. A little Eddie Guerrero, but we got a backfire. Both gentlemen are down. Okay, ref. You know what? Got my ref shirt right here. I will. Do I need to officiate this? Do your job, ref. Do your job. Oh, there goes the ref. All right, no title change for John Cena. For Dirty Daddy Dom. Dom is tapping. No referee. Let me put on my date. Okay. Clearly, I gotta do the job. I had the shirt on standby. I gotta get in here. Dom's got the title. I'm running. I gotta slide in here. Boom. His attitude just got adjusted, but no referee. Dang it, man. That ref was late. The first super chat of the night starting off right. Yes, sir, by Jake. Thank you, Jake. That's what I'm talking about. Wouldn't this make him triple crown in his hometown? John never had the IC, did he? This for John is probably the biggest show left. I don't think he has had the IC title. I think you are correct there. 619 connects on John Cena going up for that frog splash. This could be it, folks. Connects it. Sticks the landing. No. John Cena rolls him out. Hoists him over the shoulders. Plants him. We got to count. It has happened. It has happened. John Cena, the new Intercontinental Champion. Dude, it has happened. Oh my gosh. He is now a Grand Slam champion. Yep, that was the title he did not win. Wow. Sheamus couldn't do it. John Cena did. John Cena said, "Kid, tonight I am invincible. You want some? Come get some." He offered him a chance to leave. He didn't want to take it. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, what are we talking about right now, man? Is he going to be retiring with this belt? What are we talking about? Oh my gosh, John Cena has won the IC title. Wow. That's crazy, man. So they let him retire as a Grand Slam champion. I am not mad at that. So then does he put this title on the line at his last match? That I'm curious about. Because if I'm not mistaken, Dom is in the tournament. And they were saying that he could be his opponent to face him. I'm wondering. Wow. That has happened. And that's your thumbnail. My goodness. This night is getting kicked off something proper like, wow. Because coming off of that SmackDown, that was a really good show. I will have to admit. So, all right, let's see what we got here. My goodness. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. John Cena, look, he's got 3 dates left. Him winning the IC title was not in my bingo card. Okay. There are a lot of things in 2025 that were not on my bingo card. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm really curious. Yep, he won. Well, see, last name, middle name, that's a great question. They have had Sheamus in this title picture for a minute, several times. It has not happened. Why they do not allow Sheamus to become a Grand Slam champion, I don't know. That's the one title he's been wanting for a long time. He's in this tournament. I was thinking about this earlier tonight. Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know who's going to win. I'm leaning towards Sheamus. But I will say this much. Whoever faces John Cena in his last match, I would not be mad if Cena put the title up for grabs. I wouldn't be mad if he retired with that title. But I think it makes more sense for him to drop it back to somebody. Which means to me that he would then lose his last match. So I'm just now not sure how they're going to play it. Because I've been seeing a lot of chatter about the booking of Triple H, the game. Maybe this is his way of sticking it to people. I don't know. Let's see. And also keep in mind, no Judgment Day interference, no Finn, no Lord Fordquah. I don't know, Jimmy Kimmy, by the way, love the name. Let's see here. Well, yeah, I don't know who all is going to be in this tournament. I don't know how things are going to shake out. I'm really curious now that Shinsuke is back to being the face, because we have technically two faces facing each other. It really could go either way. It really could. I would rather see Sheamus win, but I feel like Shinsuke needs to win right now. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. with Dominic's daddy. You beat my son, Dominic. And Cody Rhodes. Wow. Okay. It's kind of hot. I don't know. I may keep this on. Well, no, I'll break it out if necessary. Wade Barrett is just a freaking heel. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is bollocks. Wade Barrett is such a hater, I swear. All right, woo. I'm too short tone like that. Good Lord. Can't do it. I don't know, Lauren. I don't know. He might, but then again, he might not. We will have to see how this goes. I am curious. Thank you so much for joining us on Instagram. I appreciate it. I'm trying to go back and forth in the chat. B, if you could. My other half, the co-host of A and B. She is the B, I'm the A. B, if you could keep up with the chat in the gram a little bit as well. What's up, everyone? Become a Grand Slam champion. All right, Go Hard King, Comunio, TJ Basella, Bray 10K. Thank you so much for rocking with us. DJ Tate is over there kicking in with Leo. And Quantaven Moore, you all are over there in the gram. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would not have been mad if he had faced Roman one last time. Roman Reigns, I don't even know what's going on with him right now. I really don't. He just seems to be totally out of the picture. I read a little something about that, Sophie Dophie. I'm curious, because me and B and some other people, we were big fans of A Different World. If they're doing a sequel, are we talking like original cast and like what, their kids or something, like Dwayne Wayne and Whitley and everybody? Like, are they back doing this? Is it the OG cast? And more than that, I'm wondering if Marissa Tomei is going to be a part of the show. She was one of the original cast members in that first season. Let's just not forget. It's funny you would say Austin Theory, Philly boy. I saw the interview that what's his name? What's the Aussie guy? Oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his name right now? Down Under, you know what I'm talking about. Why am I, somebody drop his name in the chat. I cannot think of his name. He's with Chris Van Fleet, and he had mentioned Austin Theory's name, and apparently he has some bad blood. Grayson Waller, gosh, thank you. Apparently he's got some real heat with Austin Theory. There's some it's interesting. I'm curious to see how this is going to go when Austin Theory does return. As far as Grayson Waller, thank you very much. When he does see him again, Grayson Waller said he's in the rear view. I'm with the New Day. I'm moving forward. I don't know. We will have to see how that goes. Look at, oh snap. Damian Priest is out here. That eye is all kinds of red. Look like he got pink eye. He got a bad case of the pink eye. So yeah, this is, I don't know if he's going to win this. Damian Priest is battling Rusev. This is the first round. Last time is now tournament to face John Cena. I don't know. And I'll tell you another thing. Aside from that eye looking all jacked up, he's got a whole thing going on right now with Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. They may interfere. You know how it goes. I don't think that Damian Priest is going to come up on this match. I think Rusev is going to advance. What do you all think? Drop it in the chat. How are you all feeling about this? Blake, you've got Damian Priest. J.R. Dugan, there you go. You got Rusev, Black might interfere. Exactly. So, Philadelphia, I was saying that as Damian Priest was coming out, he was blinking. That left eye was all red, looking pink eye-ish. And so I was saying, one, that's going to be a factor. Two, I'm thinking that we're going to get some outside interference from Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. What is your thought on that? Because I feel like Rusev is going to get this win, and I kind of feel like he should get this win. Rusev Mashka. He must win. Rusev is winning. Okay. B, if you're within earshot, what is your thought on this? Again, she is doing a work trip right now, so she may be in and out. There we go. Thank you to our vets. Thank you for your service. USA! USA! Tough guy! Ho! Rusev Day! Absolutely. Well, look, I don't know if B was is within earshot, but here's the thing, because she feels like he is the new John Cena. I said he ain't nobody's John Cena. I was saying it like Pops. He ain't no player. Okay. I liked him in the way. I liked what he was doing in the way. Obviously, he wanted to do something more. That's totally fine. Vince McMahon liked him. That was his boy. Things changed after he left. I don't know what they're going to do with him. He needs a character change, but what is it going to be? Is he going to remain a heel? is going to come back a face. He's going to take on Grayson Waller. In the short term, in the interim, that's fine. But the problem that I have is the same problem that I had with Ron Killings taking on a heel John Cena. It's short sighted. What are we doing in the long term? Obviously, they had no long term plan for Ron Killings, and he's just going right back to being jokester R-Truth. So I don't know. That's what I think about Rusev. I feel like there's something missing with Rusev. I feel like there's been something missing with Carmelo Hayes. They finally found that something, I feel, with this feud that he has with The Miz. I don't know what we're gonna do with Rusev, but I will say I think he needs to win this round. B's, her phone is dying. She's out. All right, that's it for B. Round of applause to B. I was just talking trash about your boy Austin Theory, but it's a shame that your phone is dying and you can't rebut. So we will see you. See you later, kid. You're out of here. Yes, indeed. Different world. In a short span of time, a different world, it became a show about really nothing to a show about really, really deep topics. And then it got kind of weird at the end. Like the last season was a little but that middle portion of that sandwich, because I know Mark by Wrestling always likes to do the food analogies, and I've used the food analogy of the bread, where everybody in their life, I would think, has had a sandwich at one time. It's bought a loaf of bread, and the two ends of that loaf, the heel, nobody really likes those portions of the bread. That's what A Different World was. The beginning and the end was those heels, but that middle portion, delicious. Delicious. Thank you all for sending all the love and prayers to B. She really needs it and appreciates it. Thank you so much. I did not truly read about what was going on with Tegan Knox. Again, it's been a busy week. I heard something about it. What happened with Tegan Knox and a girl walking out of AEW Collision? What did you hear? Let me see if I can look that up. I think it's smart for it to be a Netflix series. Being a network series is too much pressure. If things go south, because again, like you said, that was 87 to 93. It was literally a different time. I don't feel like, and that show is very specific to a very, how do I say this? It was a specific genre of people that watched A Different World. It's not of today. So to bring it back and to reintroduce it to 2026, I think it would be too hard for it to succeed on network. It would have to be on Netflix or something. Let's see. Some drama. Walk out over booking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Women's walked out on the company. The duo refused to lose the match after losing in their official debut the prior week. Later, they posted a new report on the back of Newell commenting on her X account that not everything you read is true, claiming the team simply wanted more time for the match, and when they didn't get it, they walked. Okay, so they still walked. And they said they have so much to say. Interesting. And let's see here. Damian Priest looks a little out of it, quite honestly. He's not all there. I would really be shocked if he wins this match. He looks tired and beat up, and it's kind of crazy. Let's see. On Twitch, the duo attempted to clear up the situation, saying there is no bad blood on either side. After their match, they were told by AEW to return this week. When they arrived, it was explained they need to return on Saturday to wrestle Jay and Mello. We turn up Saturday, hanging around, not told anything until after the doors open. We're told you're wrestling TJ, cool. We come up with a bunch of ideas and we're ready. They walk away, come back. By the way, it's 3 minutes. Nobody's going to be happy with 3 minutes. We weren't there going, what the F? 3 minutes, what the F? It was never that. It was, oh, we were told we were going to have a match of substance because the match didn't happen. We just asked, is it 3 minutes? Yep. Okay. After the promo we cut, we were told to make ourselves a credible tag team. So that's what we did. They basically don't feel like they were getting their just due with 3 minutes. It wasn't an FU, we're leaving. Okay, well. That's interesting. The way I see it, professional wrestling is a tough racket, especially for the women. I've said this many, many times on the show. B has said this many, many times on the show. We are big proponents of the women in professional wrestling. I will simply say this. I don't know the ins and outs of that particular show and why that match was only going to be 3 minutes. We knew years ago that the whole Give Divas a Chance movement happened because the Bellas had a 2-minute match. The women were getting scraps, the crumbs left on the plate. Eventually, Stephanie McMahon said, you know what? You're no longer going to be known as divas. You're going to be known as WWE superstars. You're on equal footing with the men. They gave them their own PLEs and what have you. Still, I feel like things are not on equal footing. I've said this many times. I'm not going to get into it, Sophie Dophie, but we see the women here on WWE, the women's tag team division. It is what it is. We've got one set of titles that the ladies have to defend across all 3 brands. We did have NXT women's tag team titles that got merged, and then those NXT titles got thrown in the trash, never to be seen again. I don't think that's fair. Regardless of whether you think there's a good tag team division with the women or not, the women should have the same title that the men do. That's just fair. It's 2025. We're about to go in 2026. I will not hear anything other than that. This is not up for debate as far as I'm concerned. Pour into the division. Don't take away from it. So in pro wrestling, sometimes things get cut. What has happened more often than not is the women's matches get cut. And we've seen it. We've seen it firsthand. I don't know if this was that. I understand that 3 minutes, that's really nothing. I'm sure most of us remember that 2-minute match that the Bella Twins had. You blink and it's over. This commercial break is 2 minutes. Not terribly fair. But, that's just me. I mean, think about that. In some cases, we've already seen like a 3-minute commercial break. By the time the commercial break is over, the match is over, and they go back. So it's crazy to me in a way that you could actually go to commercial break, fit in a women's match, and then go back to the main stuff. That doesn't feel right. But I don't know if that's what that was. I don't know. Okay, Sophie Dophie, I watch JD from New York. And I have to, I mean, he has the right to his opinion, obviously, but I have to disagree with him. I thought SmackDown was a really good show. I thought it was a really solid show. It moved really, really fast. I think the matches hit. Lash Legend debuting and teaming up with Nia Jax is something that has fantastic potential. They've been teasing her for months. Jakara Jackson obviously is now with TNA, and they weren't really doing a whole heck of a lot with Lash Legend. I think it's fantastic. You can't please everybody. You know, I remember seeing in the chat somebody had said the show was like a 6.5. Majority of the people said the show was like a 9, 9.5, a 10. But JD, he's a hard man to please. He's a hard man to please. I'm not mad at him. But you know. Yeah, people can hate on Triple H's booking. I mean, it's fair. This is not to say that his booking has been stellar. But there's a lot that can be said for Triple H. There's a lot that can be said for Tony Khan. There's a lot that can be said for Vince McMahon and the way they book shows. There's pros and cons in all of it. You know? One thing I do know is that we're still here watching it. And when you have something to critique and it's fair, it deserves to be said. I think that JD from New York was a little firm on his critique of SmackDown. But that's nothing against JD. I just disagree with his critique of the show. From the two with, yeah. Jake, I feel you on that. I was born in Brooklyn. Okay, I grew up in New England. So I completely understand what you're saying. It's a New York thing. I get it. He's a New York hard ass. Okay, so I get it. I understand it. Not everybody does. It's like black licorice. There you go, Rusev with the win. There it is. I knew it. No interference from Aleister Black or Zelina Vega, but this was a clean, solid win by Rusev. Needed. Damian Priest, he tried, but he was not in this match. My people have a lot of real estate up here, so I got to make sure I keep these moist. Solid win, though. Solid win by a serious competitor. I can appreciate this win. John, he's signaling to John Cena. That's hilarious. Ooh, interesting. I've never seen AJ Styles with gray before. It's an interesting look for him. I mean, dot some I's and cross some T's. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Maxine Dupree is going to face Becky Lynch for the title in the Garden. Oh! Okay. Becky Lynch just cold clocked Maxine Dupree. My money's on Maxine to win. My money's on Maxine to win. Oh, 2 weeks in a row. 2 title changes for the IC belt. Please, let's make it happen. All right, CM Punk, your new World Heavyweight Champion coming out here. Your World Heavyweight Champion, baby. And let me tell you something, Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I'm keep going to my Dusty. Come on, dude. Come on, look. Say what you want about Maxine Dupree. She's been taking this serious. I think she's got a shot. And what better way to stick it to Becky Lynch than to lose to Maxine Dupree? Becky can get it back. But, you know, it wouldn't hurt Maxine to just let that simmer a little bit. Get that gold around that waist. Let it, you know what I'm saying? Let it percolate with it for a little while. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, Sophie Dophie. I love his impression as well. And I wasn't really trying at that moment, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you brought that up though, Sophie Dophie. So in regards to Survivor Series, you're absolutely right. We have nothing announced yet. Nothing. And I remember in years past, man, they were building up to it. You could see it coming a mile away. It was a Thanksgiving tradition in my house. It's the 10th of November. I'm shocked. As a matter of fact, let me take a look here. Let me take a look. Let me bring this up. All right, so Survivor Series is taking place on the 29th. So we're talking literally 2 weeks from this Saturday. 2 weeks from this Saturday. Wow. We got nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. That seems like a bit of an oversight for me. We got nothing. We don't even have AJ Lee. And speaking of AJ Lee, have you seen her? Have you seen her? Oh my gosh. The person that I thought was going to be taking that IC title off of Becky was AJ Lee, but AJ Lee's been gone for some weeks now. I got money on Maxine Dupree. Yeah, it's happening this month, and let's talk about, like Trick Williams says, let's talk about it. 2 weeks from this Saturday is Survivor Series War Games. We don't have a card. We are what, an hour and 12 minutes into Monday Night Raw? Have they even really talked about Survivor Series? What is going on? This is one of the big 5 PLEs, and we have nothing. So they're just going to be throwing it together at the last minute? That's whack. That's whack. Yeah, I heard about that too, Philly boy, and I think that's a mistake. I think that is a grievous error. I don't know. These PLEs are synonymous with WWE. We're talking steeped. We're talking soaked for decades. This is the 39th, if I'm not mistaken, Survivor Series. If that's true, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Wow. Wow. Never met a grown man playing with dolls. Real men play with dolls. All right, let's see what the champ has got to say. He looks ready for a fight, if I'm not mistaken. But that elbow's wrapped up, though. I don't know. Could be an Achilles heel. I know, Chris Wrestling Reviews. I was saying that about AJ Styles too. He had his hair pulled back and he had all this gray. I'd never seen him with gray before. Very interesting. Yeah, Sophie Dophie. They have like Nick Khan talking about they're bullish on the ticket prices. Listen, we're living in a tariff world. We're living in a world where even though the government shutdown might end soon, the concessions, even if it does, the concessions made on the healthcare tax breaks, some people are going to be paying a lot more for healthcare. We are living in a very, very crazy time. And the fact that TKO is just like, hey, yeah, I can't, y'all broke people can't afford it. Get out. It's kind of whack. Exactly, Sophie Dophie. Logan Paul coming out, answering the call of CM Punk. Got a sucker punches with some brass knucks. But yeah, man, I'm not at all happy with the fact that we have got a major PLE being treated like a redheaded stepchild. It's no good for me. It's no good. Oh gosh, I couldn't even imagine if Saudi bought the WWE. Oh. See, they got the Survivor Series behind Logan Paul. You got to do a little better than that. Give us some matches. Give us some interest. That's terrible. Yeah, Logan Paul, he's not the issue that I have with Logan Paul is there's a nuance to wrestlers cutting a promo. There's a certain cadence to it that Logan Paul doesn't quite have. And that's something that's always kind of it's never really set well with me, you know, like it just really gnaws at me a little bit. The people that come in here who are not pro wrestlers who cut promos, I just feel like you got to learn from the best. And speaking of, Paul Heyman has now stepped out and is by Logan Paul's side. Oh, the tribal thief is here. And the big dog, Bronze Breaker. Look at this man. Again, these are Bronze Breaker is a white man. And he is orange. Wow. Paul Heyman gaslighting CM Punk. What is going on here? Yeah, they got to do something to set up War Games, Aaron Drew, but we don't have a team. We got CM Punk all by his lonesome. So who's going to be rubbing elbows with him? I'll fight all five of you, and that's two of you. That's hilarious. Jey Uso. Jey Uso. Jey Uso is here. Who else is coming out? There it is, baby. There it is. My son, my legend supposed son, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. But we're still missing somebody, baby. This is a 3-on-3. We got to do a 4-on-4, maybe a 5-on-5. What do we got, Daddy? Here we go. They're getting it on. I hope CM Punk is okay with that elbow, man. I really do. I hate to see a champion be injured right now. No es bueno. Take it out. The tribal thief. And the big man goes over the top rope. That's a lot of man meat. The Vision gets taken out, Jack. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. This crowd is live right now. This is fine, but we need a fourth. I don't really want to see a 3-on-3 if well, I mean, I guess it's fine. If it's War Games, whatever. That would be a 6-man tag match. That's fine. So be it. So be it. All right, I'm not mad at what we just saw. Yeah, they're showing last right. This was one of the match between Charlotte and Nia Jax was one of the lower points for me. I don't feel like they're great dance partners, but I love Lash Legend coming in here and ragdolling Alexa Bliss. Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely. Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Mm, mm, mm. The Miss didn't quite pan out the way that they had hoped. I will say that much. Didn't quite pan out, but that's okay. Now, I gotta ask the question. Are we going to see another title change tonight? The Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Kabuki Warriors are trying to become champs once again. Drop it in the chat. What do you think? Is it going down? Stephanie Vaquer coming in hot, folks. Talking about titles on the line. La Primera is going to be defending her championship against Raquel Rodriguez. My question is, are we going to see a title change there? Oh, look who's by her side, Nikki Bella. Woo-hoo! I don't think the title's gonna change tonight, though. I don't see it happening. Um, but I was thinking about it earlier, actually. I was saying to myself, "What if?" I was shocked when Jacy Jane beat Stephanie Vaquer for the title in NXT. Shocked. Not that I have anything against Jacy Jane. I actually love me some Jacy Jane. Did not see it happen. I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, what if Raquel actually did beat Stephanie Vaquer? She's a former champion, former NXT champion. Let's not forget. I'm not just talking about tag team gold, man. She was the women's champion in NXT. She was badass. Then again, maybe that's sort of like uh uh Bruce Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner, like Raquel Gonzalez and Raquel Rodriguez, the same and yet not different people. Maybe it doesn't count. I could be wrong. Um, I will definitely say hi to B for you, Cameron. She was in the chat earlier, but her phone died. She's actually traveling for work. She is in Texas, but she will be out here in Los Angeles later on this week. I don't know if she'll be joining in studio or not, so we'll have to see. It's possible. It's possible we could get some old school B back up in here. I I would love for Bree to come back. I know there's a whole thing with her husband being a part of AEW, and there being some conflict there. I think it's ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Cameron. So, I'm doing something different because 'cause I'm rocking solo myself. So this is actually a vertical stream. We're trying to see something. So far, so good. People seem to like the way that it looks. Obviously, you can't see the entire set, which kinda sucks, but that's cool. Moving forward on YouTube, it's gonna be both horizontal, the regular way we normally would do it, and in YouTube Shorts. And so we're gonna be doing that for, Friday Night SmackDown. So hopefully it looks good or something new. Alright, Tyrell, so you bounce it. I'm not mad at it. Yes, Sophie Dopey, they were feuding, but like Nia said, my enemy has become my friend. And what better way than to team up 2 giants who were button heads? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It has potential. Uh, Thank you very much. I do wanna thank my parents for the genetics. It looks good zoomed in. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Usually we're much further away so you can see the whole set. So thank you very much. Yeah, I did try doing it before Sophie Dophie. The software is constantly updating. So we tried a couple of different things. It didn't really work out. And like I was saying in the beginning of the live, it's unfortunate because you can do horizontal and you can do vertical simultaneously on YouTube. That just got released in the streaming software, but I didn't see it until after I had already set this to go live, and it was too late to edit it. So I know you can't see the dogs. They came up earlier. Right now, Bone Crusher is over there somewhere. Stella is over there taking a little doggy nap. You see what they're doing? They're giving these ladies their due. With the lights down, they're highlighted. I want to say that Stephanie is going to retain, but listen, listen, listen. I don't know if my heart is ready for a Nikki Bella heel turn that would actually cause Stephanie to lose the title. That would be wild to me. I am not mad at Raquel getting the belt. I don't feel like she is I don't feel creatively that they have been grooming Raquel to be in that position, but this is where we are, and so let's see what we got. And I like Raquel's fit, actually. I like the black on these ladies, so let's see how this goes. I just want it to be a good match. But we got Roxanne out here, we got Nikki Bella out here, we got all the Latinas getting down with the get down. Interesting move set right there by Raquel, going into sort of a linebacker football position before coming back with the elbows. Very interesting. She's big dogging Stephanie Vaquer. I'm not mad at this. Let's see how La Primera is going to come back from this. Big shoulder tackles right now. My goodness. Raquel is in control of this match. Oh, no, we got to cover by Stephanie. Count of two. Interesting. Raquel is wrestling kind of stiff, actually. Hmm, interesting. And it's also interesting to see that Nikki Bella has a run on her stockings. She ain't even wrestle. Now she got a run on the stockings. She ain't even do anything. All right, here we go. Here we go. In position. In position. Nope, 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 nope. Raquel said, nah, nah. My goodness. Ooh. Into the turnbuckle. And a big clothesline takes down a champ. We got a cover. Two, two. Jake, great question. Great question. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Chelsea Green. Listen, listen, listen. She's the first and the fourth. They did the right call. They made the right call by getting that belt off of Julia. I loved it. I loved it. It happened a lot faster in that match than I thought it was going to. Creatively, they have not been doing right by Julia. I don't know why. I'm not mad at her being teamed up in some respects with Kiana James, but creatively, her as champion, it just hasn't been working. It just hasn't been working. I hated the fact that she beat Zelina Vega for that title. I thought Zelina Vega was doing it, especially outside the WWE. She was so proud to be champion. As soon as Julia uh uh made Zelina look, I don't want to say boo boo the fool, but it wasn't what I expected for Zelina. Um, Julia's reign wasn't what I expected for her. But let's just keep it 100. When Chelsea Green was that first champion, now she's the fourth. When she was that first, she made that belt everything. She is all about the showmanship, and she's gonna do it again. Now that she's over here side by side as the mixed tag champs with Ethan Page, gold, gold, gold. Yeah, they love doing the commercials. We got an hour left in Raw. Um, it started off with a bang. I don't know if I feel like this Raw is as good as last Friday's SmackDown. That's just me. I'm kinda curious to hear how JD's gonna feel about it, but we will see. And again, even if they kinda sorta set up a little thing with Survivor Series War Games earlier with the Vision and CM Punk and Rhodes and Jey Uso, they didn't say anything. I'm hoping we get some kind of an announcement later on today. Again, it's 2 weeks from this Saturday. We got no matches announced. 0, zip, nada, zilch. That's crazy. Interesting you would say that, Sophie Dolphy, in regards to people getting pushed. Carmelo, up until now, he really has not been getting over with the crowd, and I'm not 100% sure what it is about him that just wasn't making that connection. Um, but yet some way, somehow, with The Miz doing what he's doing and Carmelo being a face in this instance, it's actually working and connecting with the crowd. Up until now, he's got no reaction coming out. None. That's fair, Jake. That's fair. Yeah, sometimes they do Sophie Dovey, but it's unusual for the WWE to do that. And the thing is, it's hard to give predictions, and it's also the problem with that is things just feel thrown together at the last minute. And for this being one of the big 4 PLEs, it deserves a little more attention than the WWE has been giving it. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially for some of us who have been WWE fans for years and have seen how they do these PLEs as far as putting the matches together and announcing it in advance. This is a little odd. Kinda too, Stephanie had the cover, we got a kick out. Stephanie's in control right now, but Raquel is hanging in there, man. No interference going on outside the ring. Oh, oh, Stephanie trying to get up Raquel. That's a lot of woman to get up, boy. That'd be a terrible position for a pants split right now. Right down the middle. Blew right in my face. Good gracious. My goodness. My goodness. Raquel overpowers Stephanie. Stephanie's getting worked right now. Big boot. Two. Count of two. Almost. Stephanie, she's still in this, but she's looking a little haggard. Mm-mm. Ate some shoe polish. Yeah, it's a decent match. Yeah, the mascots have been a little, especially Stella. But what's interesting, so there's gonna be a change actually. So, like I said, B is out here. Well, she's gonna be out here later on this week. She's actually going to be taking the channel mascots with her. So the channel mascots are actually going to be in Mississippi with her for a bit. So when we do the show, she will be doing the introductions of the channel mascots. We got to cover two. So it's gonna be a slight difference of how we're gonna be doing the show. Crowd is cheering this on. I love it. Good crowd in Boston. Up, up, up. Armbar by Stephanie, wrenching it. I will not have the channel mascots with me. I don't know when she's going to be. It's. Oh, 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 oh. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Nikki Bella taking it to Roxanne, who was getting involved, putting hands on Stephanie Vaquer. Oh, Raquel caught Stephanie like a baby, and things are flinging like a bag of trash. Mm. Oh, yes, man. Oh, yes. I'm muting myself for Sophie Dolphy. Oh, yes. I did that for you, Sophie Dolphy. I know you don't love the Booker T, even though they love the Booker T. But yeah, so I'm not going to have the yeah. So they do up Stephanie corkscrew lands it. Stephanie Vaquer retains. Count of three. So yeah, so it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Um, there was a lot of things not in my bingo card for 2025. So that was one of them. That was one of them. And Roxanne bombs on Stephanie. Ooh, Nikki Bella bombing on Roxanne. Dang, Roxanne just kind of went out the ring, kind of not good. No heel turn. We might have a Survivor Series tag match situation going on with these two. No, no, heel turn. It happened. It happened. Nikki Bella just bombed on Stephanie with that title belt. Dang, it has happened. And there it is. Nikki Bella's a heel. I think we got ourselves up, up. She changed it to the black. Yeah, we got ourselves a match at Survivor Series. Folks, folks, I'm just saying, a heel Nikki Bella could be the champ. There it is. No, Sophie Dopey, it's not going to be a flight. It's actually going to be your drive. And I'm going to be driving with her. Yeah, it's actually going to be a drive. Driving out from LA to Mississippi. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I wasn't the way they set it up, it made it seem like it wasn't going to happen right then and there. So I was actually kind of surprised that it happened. I like the way they did it. All right, hold up, hold up. We got a team here. Yeah! William Regal! Gentlemen. War Games! Yeah! Yes! And that is how you do it. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying, Sophie Dolphy. It's a 3-on-3. That's not really you're missing a man. You're missing a man. So I'm hoping to get somebody else on the team. I don't know. But At this exact moment, I don't care. William Regal announced the War Games. It is on and popping. And here comes Shinsuke Nakamura. And all right, Shinsuke, let's do it. All right, folks, drop it in the chat. Who is going to win? Is this going to be Shinsuke Nakamura or is it going to be Sheamus moving forward? Big question. I was saying earlier, I would not be mad at it being Shinsuke. I would not be mad at it being Sheamus. I feel like Shinsuke needs it more, but I'm thinking Sheamus is going to advance. What are your thoughts on this? Drop it in the chat. What do we got? I would love to see Sheamus too. I thought it was so interesting. I wonder what Sheamus was feeling when John Cena won the IC title. He's backstage. Everybody's backstage giving him some love. Right there, there's got to be something in him. It's just like, dang it, dude. I feel like it's when Rikishi was going off about WWE not treating his boys right. What is it about my boys? 75 years. Samoan dynasty. Like he just went off. I'm wondering is Sheamus like what is it about Sheamus? About Great White? You know, that he just cannot get that belt. George Lewis, I wish I could agree with you. I gotta disagree with you, homeboy. And I'm only saying this because I feel like Nikki has been floundering. For a minute, it seemed like she was only here to put over the young talent, but she kept hanging in there. They kept highlighting her. She wasn't going away. She kept popping up like a bad case of the herp. So I said to myself, they got to be doing more with her. Boom, heel turn. What happens when you turn heel and you go all black? Remember Passenger 57? Wesley Snipes just saw that clip the other day. Always bet on black. Takes off that red shirt. He's all black. Stephanie's all kinds of what, and if this is a Survivor Series match, I'm just saying there's precedence. It's possible. It's possible. I agree, Sophie Dopey. They might just do a 4-on-4. If they do a 3-on-3, I'm going to be really disappointed because that's not war games. I'll be okay with a 4-on-4. Traditionally, it should be a 5-on-5. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying, Sophie Dopey. I was going to say the Street Profits. What happens when you turn heel? Just like with the Street Profits, boom, they get gold. What happened when they turn face? Boom, lost the gold. I'm just saying, Nikki Bella doesn't have to hold the title for a very long time, but she's coming back here and she was complaining last week about not being able to hang with today's generation, blah, 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 blah. She still got it. I think it makes sense. It makes sense to me for her to turn heel and for her to win the belt. If she does this big, gigantic heel turn, bombs on Stephanie like this, and then loses, that's just going to hurt her unless she's going to keep at Stephanie. But traditionally, the person that loses goes to the back of the line. I think if she loses, that's going to kill her heel turn momentum. I hear you. I'm fine with 4. Traditionally, it's 5. Either way, it should have at least one more person on each team. I don't know who that would be, though. I don't know who that would be. If Seth Rollins were here, it'd be a different story. Then we might be able to get somebody else on Team Punk. But It is what it is right now. I don't know, George, but we'll see. We'll talk about it. I'm pretty sure they're going to announce her going against Stephanie for the title at Survivor Series. It makes sense to me, but let's see. I wouldn't be mad at that, Tyrell. I would love for Sheamus. I think Sheamus really does deserve to get this belt. He's more than earned it. But there are a lot of people in this tournament. I just don't know if Sheamus is going to make it to the end. I think he will advance in this round. I just don't know if he'll make it to the end. Fingers in the mouth of Shinsuke. Right now, Sheamus is in control of this matchup, taking it to Shinsuke. Maybe Shinsuke needs a little Rick Boogs in his life. Because right now he ain't doing it. Uh-oh, he's in position. Shinsuke's in position. Come on! Yeah. Sheamus looks like he's been woken up a little bit. He doesn't feel like he's moving quite as light on his feet. Is it me? Wow, we're getting some head kicks to Sheamus by Shinsuke. Mm. Shinsuke's maybe it's just me. Shinsuke look I mean not Shinsuke. Sheamus feels like he's wrestling like Damian Priest. Just a little off tonight. Mm. He might still pull out this victory, but he looks a little not all there. Well, hey, Sophie Dophie, if that's gonna happen, we might get a title change. I'm not mad at that, Jake. I'm not mad at that. Isn't little Jimmy in this tournament? Little Jimmy could he could go all the way. Let's think about that. I think the biggest question for me is if we're gonna get the gobbledygooker in Survivor Series. What good is Survivor Series without a gobbledygooker? I ask you. Yes, George. John Cena did beat Dirty Daddy Dom for the Intercontinental Champion. He is now a Grand Slam champion. That happened. John Cena has 3 appearances left in the WWE. What's gonna happen? Is he gonna retire with that belt? Is his last match gonna be for the IC title? Is he gonna drop it back? That's the reason why people are saying that he should face Sheamus because Sheamus has been chasing this title forever and coming up just a little bit too short. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Sophie Dophie. Um, Nick Aldis, he had the name announced. He kept it close to the vest. Why? Who is LA Knight facing in this tournament? Why does he have to be kept secret? When we saw that, I was hosting with Mark by Wrestling, and he said, "Well, LA Knight ain't winning." I don't know, and I posted this earlier. I'll post it up again. Again, I know it absolutely is not going to happen, but take a look at this again, folks. Tell me this would not be gold. Tell me you wouldn't want to. Don't think it's going to happen at all. I'm not even getting up my hopes for it, but I'm just saying. I would have loved to seen that. Loved it. Obafemi. Ooh. Oh gosh. Yeah, look, LA Knight ain't beating Obafemi. That'd be a great match. I think that'd be a great match. He ain't beating Obafemi. I don't even know if I want to see John Cena face Obafemi. To be honest with you, that would be insane. But if John Cena did face Obafemi and it wasn't the IC title, and that is basically how Obafemi comes in to the main roster, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. I know, JR. I saw that on X earlier, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta show that on tonight's live." That would just be an epic final match. Again, I know it's not gonna happen. You know it's not gonna happen, but still, it looks so good to see. All right, we're back in the action here. Sheamus on the top rope and beat down by Shinsuke. Shinsuke about to do a suplex. Yep, there we go. Got a cover by Shinsuke. Ooh, my goodness, a big suplex right there. Yeah, mean, would you? I like the indie god. I'm not mad at Matt Cardona, uh, Mr. Green, if you will. But why would you keep that a secret? You know what I mean? That's not big news. He's already been shown on NXT television. If that, I wouldn't love that. I wouldn't love that. I wouldn't love that. Some people have said maybe Chris Jericho. Oh no, that would be a big name. That would be a big name. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like Joe Henry either. I don't think Joe Henry is I love Joe Henry. Um, that's not a name that you would keep secret. It doesn't make any sense. It has to be somebody that it has to be somebody we're not expecting. And if it's somebody that just it just has to be somebody we're not expecting. I'm gonna leave it at that. It has to be. Sheamus coming in hot with those big forearms. Here we go. Boom. A hot Boston crowd, man. Sheamus is getting worked. Kofi Kingston in that chest. Boom, boom, boom. And he knows how to play to the crowd. Set up the brogue. Setting it up. Fella! Ooh. Shinsuke said nope. Now he's setting up the Kinshasa. Swing and a miss. Damn. That's an ugly knee by Sheamus. No. Two. Shinsuke gets the arm over the rope. That bottom rope. Two. My goodness. I will say I need Sheamus. I think Sheamus needs to do a little more cardio. In these matches, he's been getting winded, man. He's been getting a little winded. I know he's a tough guy. He hangs in there, and I watch his YouTube channel. I think he needs to up his cardio game just a little bit. That was one of my biggest complaints with Tamina. I felt like her cardio game wasn't where it needed to be. But that's another reason why I love Lash Legend and Nia Jax. Because when Nia Jax and Tamina came out as a tag team, I'm like, yes, that has potential to be a dominant, dominant team. I think Lash Legend and Nia Jax can rule the women's tag division. Two, near fall. Shinsuke almost had him. Hanging in there, Jack, hanging in there. Jake, that is a fair point. I've said that many times, many times on the show. When you have somebody from NXT debuting on the main roster and you only have them, oh gosh, big brogue, good night, Sheamus. Good night, Shinsuke. Sheamus with the win. There it is. Good gracious. That was a huge, huge bro kick by Sheamus. So when you have people in the audience and they're like, "Oh, that's so and so. Oh, that's so and so," they don't know who they are. There's no interaction. It doesn't carry any weight. You got to do something more. I've been saying that for the longest time. We finally got that this past week. So yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. Sheamus picking up Shinsuke though, showing him some love. Look at that. Handshake and a hug. Sportsmanship. Wow, very interesting. Very different for Sheamus. Not mad at that. Way Baron. I would never speak to him again. Such a heel. There it is. By winning the Intercontinental Championship, John Cena has now held every major singles title in the WWE. Back to the night. Papa John. Side note, show of hands here for those that do eat pizza. I'm curious to know, what do you prefer? Papa John's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Domino's? Just curious. Pizza is it's a sticking point for a lot of people. They want deep dish, they want thin crust. It's all over the map. Which do you prefer? Young OG. I like that. Javon Evans, that boy is bouncy. Oh gosh, Gunther is returning. Oh snap. Oh, Gunther's in this tournament, yo. Solo going against Adam. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing this? Oh, John Cena's final Raw next week, Madison Square Garden. This is going to be a huge, huge Raw, dude. I love Javon, but rest in peace, my brother. You about to get these hands. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. He's gonna light up his. Oh gosh. They keep doing this. They keep doing this. Yeah, let me see. What are y'all thinking for pizza? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. New York style pizza is your favorite. Bet. Bet. I can appreciate that. I now live away from real pizza. It's Domino's. All right, that's fair. Madison Square Garden, it's gonna be on and popping. Intercontinental Championship match. John Cena's coming back here. Gunther is returning. Oh, it's gonna be a whole thing. All right, folks, here we go. The ladies are closing it out. Are we gonna see a title change? I don't know. I don't know. New York style pizza as well. All right, I'm about it. I'm about it. I love Charlotte's fit though. That's really cool. Very very Disney-esque. Kind of evil queen. I kind of like that. I love Alexa's music. It's a the nice take on her original theme. Saying hi to the kids. I love that. Showing love to the kids. I am not mad at that. That is so adorable. All right, I gotta ask the question once again. Women's tag team title on the line. We got John Cena beating Dom in the beginning of the show. Are we closing the show with a title change? Drop it in the chat. What do you think? And we're back on commercial break. Oof, Roman and Brock. Okay, well, if it's if it's Roman or Brock, yeah, we already know who's gonna win. Well, yeah, Sophie Dolphy, they said NXT people would be participating in this tournament. Javon Evans is good. He's really good, but he ain't beating Gunther. It just ain't happening. It just ain't happening. All right, Shamanika, let me see. What's your question here? Retirement tour for the women. Well, the only one I would think would be close to retirement would be like Natalia. Um, yeah, I can't even think who is really close to retirement right now. Nikki Bella, but she technically already retired and she's back. Yeah, I would just say Natalia. Hmm, good question. Really good question. What is your thought on that? They Okay, if they do get involved in this match, George, I would say the ladies are gonna retain. Um, because I think that they would rather face Charlotte and Alexa than the Kabuki Warriors because of the history there. That just makes more sense. So they if they interfere, they would take out I don't know how it would go. I don't know how it would go, actually. I don't know how it would go. I don't know if it would be interference that the ref would see and then, call the match. Um, let's see how it goes. I'm really kinda curious. I'm glad the ladies are closing out the show, though. Kabuki Warriors to win. Okay. Asuka, I don't know. I feel like she's got plenty left in the tank. As does Natalia. They're just not utilizing Natalia on WWE television right now, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. So, Young Hung Cho, the match has not started yet. The tag champs have just come out. The Kabuki Warriors have not come out yet. We're coming back from commercial break. Um, my goodness. That's something flying. There's something's buzzing around here. I don't know what it is, but I mean that's the catering world champ. Yeah, I know, but see, the way that creative books her on the main roster is boring. When she's on Underground, when she's wrestling in triple as Ethan Page like to say, she's fire. I've constantly said, take the handcuffs off the ladies and let them do what they do. If you take the governor off of Natalia, she steps up, she shows up, and she shows out. Point blank, period. and I don't know why they don't. I will say this much: I like Charlotte's outfit a lot. I'm just hoping and praying to the wrestling gods of old she does not have, pardon my language, the unfortunate nip slip that occurred on Friday Night SmackDown. It looks like her abilities are going to be contained in this outfit. I will say that. And I've said this before, man. If you're going to be rocking an outfit, battle tested before you go live. They are absolutely pushing Maxine Dupree. She's got a match with Becky Lynch next week, Madison Square Garden. It's going to be fire. Yeah, Natalia, they did all kinds of crazy stuff with Natalia. Natalia didn't want to do the farting thing, but she's like, I didn't want to do it, but I'll do it. You know, she's done all kinds of things, man. I love the way Alexa Bliss holds the title belt. She holds it in a way that you don't ever really see, and I appreciate it. Um, really awesome right now. I'm really excited for this match. Again, drop it in the chat. Are we going to get a title change? We started the show with a title change. Are we ending with a title change? If you haven't already commented, drop it in the chat. What do you think is going to happen? I agree with you, George Lewis. I absolutely 100% agree. I think it's happening. I think it's happening. Charlotte and Alexa retain. All right. Chaos and Anarchy. The bell has rung. Alexa Bliss taking it to Kyrie Sane right now. Yeah, Charlotte's outfit is fire. I like it. I like it a lot. A swing and a miss by both Charlotte and Asuka, both legal in this match right now. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We're getting some loose cooperation between Asuka and Charlotte Flair. A little messy. I don't know if I love it, but it's, it's fine. I've seen worse. Like Nia Jackson, Charlotte. Ugh, my goodness. They do not dance well together at all. Blind tag right there. Kyrie Sane, legal person, bombs on Charlotte Flair from the top rope. We got a cover. One and a half. One and a half. One and a half. Big boot by Charlotte Flair to Kyrie Sane. Woo! Tag Alexa Bliss in this match. Good tag team work here by the Kabuki Warriors, taking out Alexa Bliss. And this match continues. I love the graphic in the lower right hand corner. And another commercial break. Hey, boy, you're killing me. You're killing me with these commercial breaks. I asked about the pizza because they are obviously all in on Papa John's. In high school, your boy was a pizza chef. I worked at an Italian restaurant and I made pizza. And I got to tell you, I was good at it. It was probably one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. I mean, I pressed the dough, I would fling it up, get that nice round crust. You know what I mean? We made all kinds of pizzas. You would have loved it. Little garlic, little olive oil, whatever you want. Delicioso. George Lewis, if Maxine Dupree won, the reason why I feel like she's gonna win because they've really been pushing this, like, really been pushing this to the forefront. And they're doing this in a way that we've seen Becky Lynch crash out as she feels like she is being bested by somebody that is less than her, right? In her mind. The way that they're doing this and with the sucker punch that we saw from Becky earlier on, unless we get a like Natalia comes out and we get like a Nikki Bella heel turn on Maxine Dupree, considering that this is in the Garden, considering that this is John Cena's last appearance there on Raw, it just feels too heavy of a Raw for this to not be one of those nights. To have the IC title change tonight, then have the women's IC title change next week on Raw, it just makes sense. People always ask, make it make sense? This makes sense. Yeah, Jody Bennett. Woo! Yeah, I could still get down with the get down. I that's why when I go to a pizza place, and I see like already made crust and stuff, I'm all like, come on, you know what you're doing? Pizza making is an art form. I know that sounds stupid, but it is. It is. You've seen sloppy pizza, and you know when he has some really good pizza. You've gotta arrange everything just a certain way, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself. I learned how to make the dough, like, literally from start with the mixing, the yeast, the flour, everything to the pie. It was great. Charlotte Flair trying to get the crowd into this. Charlotte Flair tagged in, going to the top rope right now. Dives off, takes out both Kabuki Warriors. Oh, Charlotte Flair did the Cena. Okay. Woo! Woo! Lighten up the chesticles of the Kabuki Warriors. But I'm just saying, man, one little miss and it's over. The question is, who's going to take the L? I don't know. I don't know. Good to see you, Jody. So glad you are with us. CC's Pizza. What did you do at CC's Pizza? Were you in the kitchen? Were you a cook? Were you a waiter? What did you do? Did you own it? All right, Big WE Queen, welcome back. I thought about that too if Nikki Bella and Cena were backstage at any point crossing paths. I've wondered that. Wow, Charlotte Flair just took out both Kabuki Warriors. Count of two. Look at that. Outstanding acrobatic work from Charlotte Flair. Couldn't get the job done. I did not know that Big WWE Queen, but I will simply say he will absolutely resign. He's enjoying himself. He's making a lot of money. He's very popular right now. He ain't going nowhere. Movie Queen, that sucks. I feel you. I had there's a burger joint out here called Burger Lounge that they have a plant-based burger that I actually like. I ate there a while back, and for the first time in my life, I actually kinda got food poisoning. I thought I was gonna die, and then I was done for, like, a year. A couple of weeks ago, I decided to go back. I'm like, "Let me give it another shot." I refuse. It only takes one time for me to be off of something, and I tried it, I was okay. So I fully understand what you're saying. Kabuki Warriors right now, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, nope, 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 count of 2. Asuka and Charlotte going at it right now. Tag, no, no. Kairi Sane pulls down Alexa Bliss before the tag. See, Asuka still got plenty left in the tank, man. She's not wrestling like somebody that just is old and battered. No, not at all. She's trying to get the arm bar in on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte is able to power out, bombing on Asuka with some forearm shots. I like it. Set up the Boston Crab in Boston. Setting up the Boston Crab. No contest. Maybe. No, tag titles do not count. They do not count. I mean, it's a nice accolade, but singles titles only. Big boot. Ooh. Asuka couldn't get her hands up all the way. Uh-oh, Charlotte setting up the figure eight. Nope, nope, just the figure four right now. Kyrie Sane goes to the top rope for the elbow. Alexa Bliss takes her out. Get the Sister Abigail, locks it in, takes out Kyrie Sane. Figure eight, locked in. Asuka might tap. Up, nope. Interference. There are the ladies. Nia Jax, Last Legend. Oh, snap. Business has just picked up, folks. Asuka chop block to Charlotte Flair. Oh, this is bad for the champs. This is bad for the champs. Kabuki Warriors setting it up. Kyrie Sane with the elbow. The most beautiful elbow in all of professional wrestling. Boom! Fix it. Kabuki Warriors have beat the tag champs. And new. It started with a title change and it ends with the title change. The Kabuki Warriors, once again, women's tag team champions. Wow. Oh, snap. Asuka bombing on Nia Jax. Last Legend just bombed on Alexa. Oh, dang. She just ran it. Okay, Nia Jax. We see you, girl. Calm down. Wait, Kabuki Warriors back in the ring. What's going on? Why did they come back into the ring? Oh, this is interesting. Oh, and all four of them are beating down Charlotte and Alexa. Oh my goodness. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Music is hit. Io Sky is back. Io Sky is back. Io Sky takes out Last Legend. Takes out Nia Jax. And just took out the Kabuki Warriors. Yeah! Io Sky taking it to Nia Jax. She ain't wearing the right outfit for this, boy. Let me tell you something. The girls are popping out. She didn't think that top through. The Last Legend just bombs on Io Sky. Oh gosh, it's a Hounds of Justice attack on the ladies. Rhea Ripley, Rhea Ripley, face mask, broken face. Here she comes. Oh, taking it out. There we go. With that face mask, yo, that's a weapon. Ooh, I told you, blacked out the screen. Not the right outfit, yo. Nobody learned from last Friday Night SmackDown. Come on, player. Come on, player. The Kabuki Warriors have won the title, but at what cost? What cost? Razor's Edge. And we have now set up War Games for the women. War Games. Oh, I just got the chills. That is going to be a fine match. And guess what? 4-on-4. They got to get one more for the men on each team. Yeah, Nia Jax, dude. Listen. We all saw that unfortunate wardrobe malfunction last week. You should have known better than to come out in that fit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drop your rates for Monday Night Raw. The show started off hot with Triple H coming out here introducing the one and only John Cena. John Cena takes on Dirty Daddy Dom and beats him to become the new IC champ and, in fact, a Grand Slam champion. And we end the show with the women's tag titles switching from Alexa and Charlotte over to the Kabuki Warriors. Lash Legend and Nia Jax come out here, a little interference, but then we also get Io Sky and Rhea Bloody Ripley, face mask and all. War Games. I love it. I love it. And I want more of it. What do we got over here? Sean Swaby, I will simply say this. When the screen goes black during the match, that's because something popped up. Unfortunately, they didn't keep it black long enough, and she was still sort of exposed. Terrible, terrible situation with Charlotte Flair. In this situation, Nia Jax kept doing this because she was wearing a top that just did not contain her abilities. It was like she had two twins in there. You've got to wear something to contain your abilities. And the screen went black briefly during one of their shenanigans. Something popped out. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But here we go, folks. Finally setting up Survivor Series War Games, and we kicked it off something proper like with William Regal. I like it, man. Let's see what we got here. Chris Wrestling View says tonight's Raw was a 10 out of 10. Not mad at that. Wesley Franklin a 9. George Lewis an 8.5 on that Richter scale. J.R. Dugan gives it an 8.5. Sophie Dopey says the show was a 10 out of 10. Firefighter Jimmy says, I'm going to give the show a 10. Ghost says a 13 out of 10. You broke the scale on that one. Rhea Ripley and Skyback gives it a 10. Good night, Ghost 8386. Jody Bennett gives it a 9.5. I woos. Big WWE Queen gives the show a solid 10 out of 10. Blake Charette gives it a 10. Started hot, middle sucked, ended hot. Solid 8.5. I think that's fair. Patrick Case gives the show an 8. Great Raw in Boston tonight. I appreciate that. Here's my rate of my hot take. Shamanica gives it a 9. I agree. Let the puppies breathe. Ah, the puppies. Hey, look, you know, you got to put the puppies on a leash. Otherwise, they're going to roam all over the yard. Can't do that. It's a publicly traded company. This ain't the Attitude Era. You need to contain the puppies. I agree. The show started hot, ended hot. The middle was okay. I don't feel like it moved quite in the same pacing as SmackDown. I am really wondering why they are keeping these balls unannounced by not announcing who's going to be facing so and so, Solo and LA Knight in this last time is now tournament. It better be good. It better be good. If it's somebody weak, I'm gonna be pissed. So I think the show tonight was an 8.5. I think that's a fair rating for me. Not a bad Raw by any stretch of the imagination. Anytime we get a title change on a show, 2 title changes for that fact, hey, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. 10 out of 10 for Dylan Danger. Aaron Drew gives it a 10 out of 10. Tyrell gives it a 10 out of 18. 8.9. Oh, 8.19 for Raw. An A-B fire show. Thank you very much. I know this is not your typical A&B Convos show without B being here. She was in the chat earlier. Unfortunately, her phone died, but like I said, she is traveling and she is out of town. So she's going to be here in LA later on this week. I'm not 100% sure if she's going to be streaming in for Friday Night SmackDown or not. We will see. We want B. We want B. We'll see how that goes. Raw's 9 Oscars. Big Pippin. Pippin. Pippins. Out of 10 for Rowan Biggs. Your goatness. I appreciate that. And I was wondering if you were still here. I'm like, where'd Lauren Biggs go? Yep, 2 title changes at 8.5. Very good rating. All right. Also, we did our first vertical stream for Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to be exploring the horizontal and the vertical. So on YouTube, we'll be coming at you both ways, horizontal and vertical for Friday Night SmackDown. And that's the way we're going to be doing it moving forward. We also want to do it this way for the socials. So thank y'all so much for rocking with us all across the platforms. Come on, George Lewis. Get it up there. We want B. We want B. B. Hopefully B will be here, but I hope I was able to hold it down. I hope I did okay by myself. I hope I didn't bore you all. I didn't chat up the storm and have you guys tune out. So I really hope that I did okay rocking solo. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. And thank you so much for sticking with me for this solo cast. Yeah, King BBQ Barbecue Brothers Barbecue. The Boston crowd was hot. This just goes to show you when you have a hot crowd, and it wasn't a takeover except for Dom, which was warranted. That's the one thing I hate about international crowds. As hot as they are, they can get a little out of pocket with their hostile takeovers of the show, especially in Saudi. It can get a little much. This Boston crowd was right in the sweet spot. Thank you, Shimonica. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I do the best I can. Obviously, not having my co-host here, or having Steven of Rock by Wrestling with me. Like I was saying earlier on, I don't necessarily want to do this by myself. I almost canceled the show because I'm like, they don't like me. They don't want to see me. But I'm like, you know what? I got to do it, man. There was too much going on. And I'm so glad that I did. So I just want to thank you all so much for your grace and understanding during this interesting transition period in the show and for sticking with us like you have. I got to go ahead and walk the channel mascots. They got to do their number one and number two. So thank you to the Mod Squad for keeping an eye on everything. All of up in here to our members. You already know you go above and beyond that which you don't have to do. Thank you. Thank you for reaching deep down into your pocket and showing love with your love of generosity of super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel like you do. To our subscribers, folks, we're closing in on 49,000 subscribers. We are on the way to 50,000 subscribers. We had a goal of 100,000 by the end of the year. I highly doubt we're going to double that by the end of December, but you never know. Either way, we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for each and every one of you. To the newbies, thank you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this vertical stream. Again, for Friday Night SmackDown will be coming horizontal and vertical on YouTube. And we hope that you will enjoy it. Leia Cynthia, everybody give some love to Leia Cynthia. She just had some surgery earlier today. This is the third oldest. Just give some love to her. Just reach out to her, give her some prayers of encouragement and recovery. She had surgery earlier today, and we so appreciate the fact that you are well and resting. So give Leia Cynthia some love if you don't mind. We love you too. Thank y'all so much. Glad you didn't cancel. Yeah, I'm glad. I got home after a crap day. Some gas station food just in time for Raw on the stream. Love you guys. Glad you stream. Excited for you coming back, Jake. You already know. I'm glad I didn't cancel either. And I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart for sticking with this like you have. I know this has not been ideal, and we're still trying to figure out our way and navigating our way with the show going forward. B and I are gonna be having some deep in thought conversations over the next week and how we're gonna be getting things together. There's gonna be some changes with the channel mascots. It's gonna be a whole situation. So just keep all of that in prayer, but keep it locked because either way, War Games is coming in hot, and I'm about to. We sincerely hope that we are number one in your hearts. You all are absolutely number one in ours. On behalf of B, who was in here earlier today, Leah Cynthia, love you. Mwah. Get well. I gotta go walk those channel mascots. I'll be back for Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe back with B, maybe not. I don't know yet. We will see what we will see. Tomorrow night, Mark by Wrestling, our fellow coalition member, will be doing his NXT live watch along. I highly encourage you all to go check him out. We call him the wrestling historian because he knows more about pro wrestling than anybody alive today. His pro wrestling memory is insane, and it's always a good time. Thank you all so much. God bless you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And that is it for me. On behalf of A&B Combos Wrestling Edition, we bid you all adieu. God bless you. Good night.